Hey y'all, welcome back to MathRescue. I'm Andre and I make content to take away the stress of learning math. In this video, we're going to use compound interest to calculate an account balance, so you can see how money grows when interest keeps building on itself over time. Take a deep breath. We're going to slow this down and break it apart step by step. Let's talk about it. Alright, so on my top right corner, I have the compound interest formula. There are three different interest formulas that you need to be familiar with. This is one of them. This is the compound interest formula. So our question says Leilani invests $1,500 at a 6% interest rate, compounded quarterly. So quarterly, there are 4 quarters in a year. So that means her money compounds 4 times in a single year. So before we start, let's go through the variables in the formula. So A stands for the final amount of money that you're going to get, or that you'll have in your account. P is your initial amount of money. So in this case with Leilani, our principal, our starting amount is $1,500. R is going to represent our interest rate. Looks like our interest rate is 6%. The interest rate cannot be entered in as percentage. It has to be entered in as a decimal. So we'll go ahead and we'll do a conversion to a decimal there. And then N is going to represent how many times we compound in a period being a year. So because we are compounding quarterly, that means we are compounding 4 times in a year. All right, let's go ahead and plug everything into our formula. Once we have everything plugged into our formula, it's really about kicking it over to a calculator to get the final answer. So we're solving for A. We're solving for the final amount of money Leilani is going to have here in these accounts. My principal balance is $1,500. That's how much I started off with. My interest rate is 6%, compounding quarterly, so 4 times in a year. And then my compound times the time that we've been investing for. I didn't mean to mark that in maroon. Let's give that its own color. So T is going to be how long we've invested for. Here, this is half of a year. Everything's in terms of years. So half of a year is going to give us a T value of 1/2. Let me go ahead and plug that in. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this right here and I'm going to pop that in my Desmos calculator. Exactly how it looks there. And we are going to get back an answer of $1,545.34 once it goes through my calculator. About $45 for letting it sit for 6 months. Not too bad. Okay, for part B, we're using a lot of the same parameters here. So I'm starting off with the same principal balance. My interest rate is the same, still compounding 4 times in a year. The difference is this time we're doing the full year. So instead of half of a year, I want to say the full year. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 right there. I take that, I put it in my Desmos calculator so it could run the calculation for me. And we get $1,592.05. All right. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to support the channel. I post videos regularly. My goal is to make you feel super confident in math. See you in the next one.